fire tied against the skin we wear. I track the lines where every coast is made, and breathe the salt that lingers in your hair. No, every thunder breaks the temper room, just heavy velvet pulling at the bone. We drift inside the fragrance of the gloom, two shadows carving statues out of stone. Slow down the motion of the clockwork heart. The silence is a tongue we understand, where every ending is a place to start. Tracing the atlas on your open hand. Softened by the weight of all we hold, the air is thick with things we never say, turning every copper vein to gold, watching all the daylight slip away. The pulse is shadowed like a dying fire, a steady hum beneath the arching spine. We stripped away of every old desire until your breath is braided into mine. A gentle pressure on the hollow throat, the current drags us underneath the floor. We are the only wreckage left to float behind the locking of the heavy door. Slow down the motion of the clockwork heart. The silence is a tongue we understand, where every ending is a place to start. Yeah, tracing the atlas on your open hand. Slow down the motion of the clockwork heart. Yeah, the silence is a tongue we understand, where every ending is a place to start. Tracing the atlas on your open hand. sacred space. The light is fading on the wall, waiting for the stars to fall. My fingers memorize your face in this slow and steady pace. Every touch is like a spark, writing poems in the dark. No one knows the way we turn, while the embers start to burn. Close enough to feel the heat, where the poles and shadows meet. Deeper than the dark can go, in the velvet undertow. Slowly now the world dissolves, in the way the soul evolves, held within a quiet grace, in this hollow sacred space. Close enough to feel the heat, where the pulse and shadows meet. Deeper than the dark can go, in the velvet undertow. Softly down the world dissolves, in the way the soul revolves, held within a quiet grace, in this isle of sacred space. Skin traces a path of a ghost land. A lace is a barrier too thin to hold. The candle is starving for oxygen, while your shadow stretches long and bold. I hear the velvet brush of your breath, the secret you bury inside my ear. The sheets are a desert of unmade dreams. The clock has forgotten to strike the hour. I am the metal and you are the heat, a slow burning fuse in a quiet tower. The ink of the evening is spilling down, stand in the skin where our boundaries fade. Pull the silver thread until it breaks, drink the silence before the fever wakes. A heavy weight in the hollow of the neck, the slow surrender of a nervous wreck. Touch the pulse where the time begins to roll, the private kingdom of a restless soul. Your hands are a map of an endless place, tracing the cars that I cannot see. The window is blind with the coming fall, blocking the world from the you and me. The fragrance of cedar and salt remains, clinging to air like a heavy vow. Move like the smoke from a dying fire, graceful and dangerous and barely there. We are the architects of the same, building a monument out of air. Don't turn the light on, just stay close. The darkness is kinder to what we crave. Pull the silver thread until it breaks, drink the silence before the fever wakes. A heavy weight in the hollow of the neck, the slow surrender of a nervous wreck. Catch the pulse where the tide begins to roll, Touch the pose where the tiger gets to roll. A private kingdom of a restless soul.
traces the curve of your collarbone. How was the silver flicker of the moon sliding down the glass? You breathe a secret against the hollow of my throat, a fevered hush that says everything without a single sound. The air between us thickens like honey over a slow flame. I am tracing the map of your skin with the tip of a sigh. Undo the laces of the evening until we are stripped of names. Let the silence fold us into its deep and heavy linen. No more distance than a heartbeat, skipped in the dark, a gentle wreckage of gravity where we finally collide. In the quiet theater of your touch I am undone. Every movement is a prayer spoken in a language of salt. The clock on the wall has lost its pulse and its hands. We are the only ticket left in this sunlit sanctuary. Drown the world out with the friction of silk on silk. There is a bruised beauty in the way you pull me near. Not a tremor but a steady heat rising from the marrow. A slow burn that leaves no ash behind us. Your fingertips write a story on the small of my back, a narrative of shivers and the softest kind of surrender. The fragrance of musk and midnight hangs suspended, waiting for the inevitable tilt into the abyss of us. I taste the hesitation melting away from your lips until there is nothing but the rush of the deep current. The candle flame bows down to the intensity of this room. Every inch of the atmosphere saturated with your intent. We are leaning into the evening until we are stripped of names. Let the silence fold us into its deep and heavy land, and no more distance and a heartbeat skipped in the dark. A gentle wreckage of gravity where we finally collide. In the quiet fear of your touch, I am undone. Every movement is a prayer spoke in a language of soul. Under the laces of the evening until we are stripped of names. Let the silence fold us into its deep and heavy land, and no more distance and a heartbeat skipped in the dark. A gentle wreckage of gravity where we finally collide.